everybody. Conor here with 372 pages. We'll Never Get Back. The book where me and Mike read books along with you, the listeners, that we don't expect that we're going to like. Mike, has that track record been proven so far for the first 15 books we've tackled here?
Let me run through all 15. But yes, it has remained pretty consistent. We have not stumbled upon a hidden gem. We have not found a diamond in the rough. They've tracked pretty well with our mission statement.
We've enjoyed some more than others, but not because we were blown away by the action or moved to tears by the searing interpersonal drama. They've just been so out there that they've amused us as to why someone thought this was worth putting pen to paper.
I guess I've been, to be fair, I've probably been terrorized by the fact that someone was planning a space launch around Halloween.
Right.
But that's just...
Yeah, that one hit home.
That's a personal quirk of mine. But yeah, no, writing styles have not blown us away. Prose has not been like, wow, suddenly in the middle of this list of 80s TV theme songs is this beautiful, beautiful poem to life itself. No, that has not happened.
You started weeping at that one, how moving one was, before you realized it was just thank you for being a friend. Yeah. You were like, this is what I want. A somber minor key version of it played as they carry my coffin down the aisle at my funeral. But,
yes. So we're looking for a new version of what we've done before.
Yeah, we wrapped up Ready Player 2 a couple weeks ago. We took a well-needed break, but now people are have the torches and pitchforks out. They're demanding a new title, and so yeah, we're ready to give it to them. Book 16. The book is it can drive. The podcast can drive in many states.
Old enough to go out on its own, if you know what I'm saying.
Old enough to have a shrunken head nuzzle against its to tease an upcoming title.
Oh, yes.
An upcoming Rift Tracks title, not the book title. But
no.
So yeah, we've covered a lot of best-selling books on the podcast. Ready Player 2 is still just there. They can't keep up. It's probably in its 75th printing by this point in time. What else have we covered in the best-selling title? The Mister. I'm sure the movie is huge. Has to be in the works.
The Stephanie Meyer's book was huge.
Oh my God! Yes,
Midnight Sun.
Literally huge. I couldn't move it.
Yes.
It would have put the pod over the moving limit.
But Shadow Moon, I don't think it hit the bestseller, but it was a big book. It was a big title.
It had the names behind it, and that series is forthcoming too. I think the Willow extended cinematic universe is going to be its own series sooner than we'd hope.
Wow!
But we've also done these books that are not going to be series anytime soon. These sort of undiscovered gems, I think, and we have gotten into a pattern of sort of alternating with these big Hollywood releases.
Yeah, and I think we've tried to vary the length of the book just to sort of... Some of them, I'm looking at you, Shadow Moon, have taxed the patience of your hosts and perhaps listeners. No, you've been very patient with us. But yeah, doing a little break with the longer books. So yeah, there's been a nice pattern, a little oscillation that we've done on purpose. And I think we're going to follow that pattern here.
Yeah, we've had a long sort of just like Klein's book was, I wouldn't say cold, but almost like calculated, lab crafted to sort of tap into this nostalgia that middle-aged guys have for the 80s. But we're going to slip into something a little warmer, I think, something a little cozier, I would say.
Think pajamas and slippers.
Yeah.
Think white wine. Think eating yogurt from an upside-down spoon with a giant sweater on that might be falling off one of the shoulders.
Right. Yes. A big steaming mug of tea that you're holding with both hands, like sort of unnaturally under your chin as you look out the window.
Think of two women reminiscing about the name of the waiter in that cafe in Paris.
John Luke. But yeah, so we were trying to find another book, and we discovered a genre of cozy mysteries is what they're called, and they are unbeknownst to us, just a titanic force in the world of publishing, or more likely self-publishing.
Absolutely an unknown. It would be as though you walked. I accidentally walked into a meeting once of the Red Hat Society. Do you know this?
Yeah. Just women of a certain age.
Yes, and they wear red hats.
Okay.
These giant red hats, and they sort of celebrate, being old and quirky or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I walked into it literally looking for another room. I came in the back door of this thing and tipped over a tray of dishes and just stared at what in the hell is this? What is going on? I've never heard of it. I've never seen this before. Literally hundreds of women wearing giant red hats. That's what this is like. Wait, what? This is a thing? This is huge. It's been going on forever. And it is extremely lucrative. And Connor and I just kind of rounded the corner and saw it and went, oh my God, well, we have to.
Yeah, it was
we have to visit this world.
It was like going across into an Amazon search. It was like The Birds, but with books with bakery puns in the names.
Yes.
And so what they are, cozy mysteries, I mean, this is how they're described on Wikipedia. They're a subgenre of crime fiction in which sex and violence occur off stage. That's the first tenet of these. The detective is an amateur sleuth, and the crime and detection take place in a small, socially intimate community. And so as we've discussed these, we've learned that they're sort of like your beloved Hallmark movies,
yes.
in fiction mystery format.
Yeah, straight down to the badly. It almost seems like extra points the worse the title is. I don't think it's being done, sarcastically or anything, but there do seem to be awarded extra points if it just sort of is a clunky pun. The
most tortured clunky puns that you could imagine. We'll get to those in a second. I have a little contest for you. But
Great.
Yeah, it's like the way that Hallmark movies wedge Christmas into it, where they've just they've got the movie title in a headlock and they're just trying to shove the word Christmas into it somewhere.
Pride, Prejudice, and Christmas, stuff like that.
Yeah, or just, day-old bagels on sale Christmas type of thing.
What was there was one that we puzzled over for a couple days because I saw the title, and it was, it was something like, I can't even think of the example, but it took Crime and Punishment, but it was like crime and punishment and Christmas or something, but it made no sense. So it puzzled us, and I looked it up. I'm like, well, what is the deal with this title? And on Twitter, the person who wrote it said they changed my title because they wedged Christmas, but then it made no sense. I wish I could remember what it was, but it just absolutely made it so clunky. It had fell off the diving board and hit the edge of the pool. But it's well, we have to have Christmas in there.
Right, yes. So, wow, that author or screenwriter must have been, going against the machine of Hallmark. That's liable to get you, blacklisted, or I guess as they would call it, Christmas listed.
Right. The other person in the author's home is going, it's Hallmark on the phone. What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What did you say? They're outside the door right now.
Yes.
But so yeah, they appear to be based on Amazon's listings. There's three main categories of cozy mysteries. There are culinary ones, where the detective also is a owner of a small bake shop or an amateur baker. There are craft and hobby ones where they're involved in sort of quilting or making miniatures or something like that, sewing. Or there are animal ones where I guess either the detective is an animal or the detective has a animal sidekick. And those are the ones that caught my eye because there's several series. There's a very about corgis.
Yes.
And so there's a popular series written by Mildred Abbott of Corgi Mysteries. And then there's a couple also rants that I think saw the runaway success of the Mildred Abbott books and thought, me too. And when we say runaway success, these books have hundreds, if not thousands, of reviews.
Thousands. And there are literally thousands of titles. You will never reach the end of the series themselves. I mean, the series in the books, there's at least 13 for every single author.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the stunning part of it to me, or a funny part, is all of the authors, or most of them, are nom de plumes, right? Mildred Abbott.
Yeah.
But then it's like Mildred Abbott, a Pearl Williamson mystery series.
Right, yes.
So it's like there are two stupid nom de plumes.
Yeah, you've got to choose
of it.
which one your detective is, and then which one is going to be the author name. So you wonder if they're ever like, talking out in public, if Mildred Abbott is like, makes the mistake of saying, oh yes, my detective, Miranda Carey. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's my author name. Scratch everything. She throws a smoke bomb down and leaves the Red Hat convention.
It looks as though it reminds me of drug names, where I guess this is the case that they have hundreds and thousands of drug names are what is it, copyrighted? What is it when you cover? They register the names long before the drug is ever thought of, and then they shift it into place. So there's a secret war going on with all the drug companies over things like, man, that guy who came up with Viagra, that dude he's sitting pretty. But yeah, and then it's the drug name, and then the name of the drug, which is also made up,
Right.
So like thymodogene, which is actually Balacamus, okay. But that's what these are, just mix and match, like names that sound cozy, and you're good to go for at least a series of 13.
Yeah, they've sort of they're either like grandmotherly names or like names of Sex and the City characters, and they sort of mash those up. I've got some authors here of cozy mysteries. Mildred Abbott, as we've said, Eve Calder, Maddie Day, Adele Abbott. So you've got a duplicate Abbott. Agatha Frost, very bold, snatching up Agatha.
Yeah.
Fiona Grace and Rosie A. Point. Those are all just some from the Amazon bestsellers list.
Oh, well, let me throw this one in. I just pulled it up at random. The fake name is Patty Larson, is the fake author. So that's sort of chummy, like the girl next door who comes over and brings you a margarita at 11 a.m., right?
Right.
Patty, come on. And then it's the Fiona Fleming Cozy Mysteries.
Wow, nice. So they're just spinning the wheel.
Yep.
It is. It's like you said when you said drug names. I was like, it also is very like reminiscent of like weed strains, where there's like there's like 12 to 15 names, and then there's they crossbreed them. So it's like Alaskan Thunder Haze, Lemon Glue, Gorilla Lemon Haze, like so.
Right.
And so that also bears out in the name of some of these books, and these are just this is where it gets delightful. As we've said before, these are just some of the worst puns imaginable. And so I found a bunch, and I wanted to grill, you on a lightning round maybe of whether these are real or ones I made up.
Okay. We should add puns, but also alliteration is highly valued.
Yes.
Highly.
Right. And so a lot of these have, there's people who have put, more time and effort into their series. So there's some covers that look like real book covers. There's also ones that are clearly MS Paint, and then, Getty stock photo image of a cupcake with the watermark still on it.
Right.
Level. But those, again, seem to have no bearing on the universal 4.5-star acclaim for these books that have been doled out by their hundreds and hundreds of readers.
That is also a shocking realization of the community, is apparently no negativity is allowed.
Yeah.
So if number 12 in the Fiona Fleming mysteries is not good, keep that to yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
Give it a 5-star rating.
Yeah. Unless you want, Mildred Abbott to show up at your door with a piece of rebar to beat you with. It's I think that's probably what happens. Like either that or have you ever left a review for some weird Amazon product with a name like that's a made up trademark, like Vic2Go, and that's like your car phone holder, like type of thing. You leave a bad review and they contact you being like, we beg of you to remove that. We'll send you like a $50 gift card.
Yes, please contact me before leaving a 4-star review. Little present from Mildred Abbott. Oh, God, my kneecap. Oh.
Well, let me share you some of the reviews, because we searched for these before we do the author name challenge, and we will get to the book title eventually. It is fun to keep people in suspense since this is a mystery. Yes. So here are some of the reviews. Like you said, this is from the Port Danby Cosby mystery series. This is someone reviewing a book that's later in the series. I thought things might be getting a little stale by the time a 15th book comes around, but I was pleasantly mistaken. So for these authors, like, every month is NaNoWriMo, yes. To the rate that they're coming out with them to please their ravenous crowd, their fan base. And if you Google worst cozy mystery, like I did, because I wanted to find one that's universally, claimed as bad, it's impossible.
They do not exist. There is not a bad cozy mystery.
Yeah, if there's like 9 results for worst cozy mystery, you can't even go to the next page of Google results, and all of them are ones that are just saying, now this wasn't the worst cozy mystery I've ever read, but I felt like the author redeemed themselves in book 29 of the series.
I mean, it does make you wonder, are they actually being read, or is there just some sort of weird log rolling thing going on?
Right. Yeah. Just how in the early 90s, you would go to a page if you were looking for like sound clips from Mr. Belvedere or something, and it would be like part of the Mr. Belvedere web ring. And you'd go to like click the next page, and it would take you to a random other Mr. Belvedere fan GeoCities page. It could be like that. I mean, it
just can't be this much writing and reading going on. Once you look at the truly, just take 5 minutes and go down the Amazon cozy mystery rabbit hole, and you will be astonished. The sheer volume it's overwhelming.
So here's what people like are driven to leave bad reviews for. This is a review of one of the corgi mysteries, one of the also rans. I purchased this book because we have 2 corgis. We love the breed, and my son loves to read. A book about corgis we thought would be great. I wasn't pleased to see that on the first page, there are 3 curse words. And so, like, that's the most intriguing thing to me in the world. What 3 curse words could possibly find their way onto the first page of a corgi cozy mystery? Like, is he like doing some like home repair and hits his thumb with a nail and just unleashes a torrent of F-bombs and C words? Because that would be one of the most funny things I would ever imagine. But like, did he just say damn or something?
I don't know, but that is hilarious. Is there a troll and a trickster in the corgi mystery world?
That would be a very fun test. Just pick a author name, get some very fancy artwork of a slice of pie, but then someone like whispering about the murder secret, and then just fill it up with slurs and.
I mean, it reminds me of the. You've seen the movie Old School. It's a one-trick pony, but the wedding band, they sing like, pleasing songs that makes grandmas come out on the dance floor, and then they just had obscenities put in.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. I went to see them in concert in San Diego.
Did you?
And I got my money back because they were obviously the headliner, but they opened. So like you get there and they're playing Total Eclipse of the Heart and doing that exact bit, and then they're like, "Thank you," and I was like, "It's 7:45. What the hell is happening?"
What?
So yeah.
Wow, that's a good scam.
But yeah, that would be a very good bit.
Yeah.
Here's another.
Were you able to look inside the book and see, or is it going to remain a cozy mystery for us all?
We got to do it. I'll look and see if we can find that. But here's one more bad review as I do that. This was a 2-star review titled "Inaccuracies." This is about I think this is in the hobby subgenre, so I think this is about gardening.
Sure.
I would have preferred a private message to the author, so they're deep with regret with having to negatively review this book. But as a detail person, I was aggravated by her inclusion of nesting robins during maple tapping season, a time when the temperature is above freezing during the day and below freezing at night, and there is usually snow on the ground, as she mentioned in the next chapter, which would make earthworms very hard to find unless you can shovel down through frozen ground. Later, she says it's mid-March. The robins in upstate New York never returned into April. I would not read another.
Oh my God.
So that's just scorched earth. Like
this and no further.
Truly incredible. And there's one more about that that's on the same lines. I forget which book this was for. Oh, this is for one of the another hobbyist, a quilting cozy mystery. This book would have been fine, except for instances where quilts were referred to as blankets. No quilter would, all caps, ever refer to their works as blankets. I had to stop reading it. Be forewarned if this would be irritating for you to read. The use of forewarned in there, like it's a salty guy with a peg leg forewarning people who are about to search for pirate treasure or something.
Wow.
Here we go. Let's see. I have the Corgi mystery up here. I'm looking at page 1 of it. I'm looking inside the book. This had to be a record. What the heck happened? I don't see anything on the first page other than heck.
Oh my God. Is that, well, I mean, in the cozy verse, that could be.
Yeah.
That could be like
he said he says
C and 3 asterisks. I don't know.
He says the stink of it was no one could find a reason why. Man.
Wow. I love the fact in that review, by the way, that it starts off with, I like bed and breakfasts, and I like corgis, so what a perfect thing. Yeah, that's pretty much what the author is.
Yes.
I was looking for a book at the airport, and I saw a spy on the cover, and I saw that it was tents. I like tense things with spies in them, so I bought it.
Right. But it's as basic as that. It's like, there's a cupcake, like, I like cupcakes, I like wine, like, I will then... And I guess a lot of these are on... Amazon has a program where you make your books available free for Prime members based on how many pages they read, then you get paid type of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but again, that search, it sounds like a great scam. You still have to get people to read it. The Corgi Case Files mystery that has 3 curse words on the first page has been reviewed 361 times. The book that I spent, 2 years working on and, was very proud of when it comes out, under 30 reviews, I think.
Yeah.
So this guy's, he's probably making hundreds of dollars per month on these things.
Yeah.
But let's do the title quiz so we can get to our book that we picked.
Okay.
All right. So once again, all of these are either it's a real or fanfic essentially, and you're going to just a lightning round, I think. Well, you can suss out the first few, then we'll go quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. These are all either real cozy mysteries available on Amazon or fake. Let's start with Savage Sourdough.
I completely believe that is real.
Okay. The Ghost in the Bakery.
Not enough panache. I'm going to say that's fake.
Okay. Murder at the Lobster Shack.
Oh my! I mean,
I like Cape Cod, and I like.
I do like mysteries. I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Murder Over Easy.
No.
Tapas, carrot cake, and a corpse.
No.
All right. Here's where we get into the Punder Dome, the pun round. Assault and batting.
Real.
A murder moist foul.
Oh, God damn it. Sorry, there was a swear.
Yeah, all right. 2 stars. I like podcasts. I like bad books, but
no. Can't be allowed.
Possibly guilty. Paw like a cat's paw.
No.
Murder in the First Edition.
Yes.
Silent Bud Deadly. Like a gardening pun.
No, not allowed.
A Need to Kill, K-N-E-A-D.
Oh, 100%, yes.
Home Sweet Witch. I should add for our listeners, there is a subgenre where the mystery solvers are witches in the cozy mystery community. In case that informs your decision.
Sure, I'll go for it.
And then there were crumbs.
Of course. Yeah, I should have written it myself.
But wait, there's myrrh, like the Three Wise Kings gift.
Myrrh?
Was that probably a Christmas-themed cozy mystery?
Oh. But wait, there's myrrh. Yes.
Petal to the metal, like a gardening pun.
Yes.
The witching flower.
Oh, God. That is, wow, that's, well, I mean, if you made that up, let's write that. Yeah.
Right, yes. All right, speed round. Chocolate chip cookie murder.
Yes.
Strawberry shortcake murder.
Yes.
Blueberry muffin murder.
No.
Lemon meringue pie murder.
Yes.
Fudge cupcake murder.
Yes.
Sugar cookie murder.
Yes.
Peach cobbler murder.
Yes.
Cherry cheesecake murder.
No.
Key lime pie murder.
No.
Carrot cake murder.
Of course.
Cream puff murder.
Yes.
Plum pudding murder.
Very British. Yes.
Apple turnover murder.
No.
Cinnamon roll murder.
Yes.
Red velvet cupcake murder.
Of course.
Blackberry pie murder.
No.
Cookie dough ice cream murder.
Yes.
Double fudge brownie murder.
Of course.
Wedding cake murder.
Yes.
Christmas caramel murder.
No.
Banana cream pie murder.
No.
Raspberry Danish murder.
No.
Christmas cake murder.
Yes.
Chocolate cream pie murder.
Yes.
Coconut layer cake murder.
No.
Christmas cupcake murder.
Yes.
That's the end of the game.
Are you actually tallying my responses?
No, I did it because all of those were real except for cookie dough ice cream murder. That is
Wow.
That is not part of the Hannah Swenson Mysteries by Joanne Fluke, Queen of the Culinary Mysteries, who has just said, "Go to hell, puns." I'm just doing dessert and then murder. Red Velvet Cupcake Murder, 1,086 ratings, average rating 4.5 stars, 27 books.
1,086. Wow. We'll review these in a second. Let me just give you a very quick. This is how it can go wrong, though. I have a series in front of me here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start off at the beginning and just show you where it takes a wrong turn. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. You
don't have to guess. It's not you don't have to play. Bed and Breakfast and Murder. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Fiona Fleming Mystery. Cozy Mystery by Patty Larson. Chocolate Hearts and Murder.
Okay.
Okay. Fame and Fortune and Murder.
Okay.
Seems a little more upscale. Ghosts and Goblins and Murder.
Okay.
Where are we going with this? Now it goes completely off the rails.
Turkey stuffing and murder.
Very close. Ganache and Fondant and Murder.
You've lost me.
Okay. I'll stick with, obviously a baking one. Number 6 in the series, Ropes and Trees and Murder.
Oh, dear. Oh.
and now, and of course, 4.5 stars.
Burning Crosses and Murder is next.
It gets weirder. Anchors Aweigh and Murder.
Okay, as a cruise maybe.
Anchors Aweigh and Murder.
There is subgenres of cozy mysteries that take places on cruises. So
okay, but now you cannot guess where it goes next. You cannot.
Crib death and murder. I don't know.
Guns and ammo and murder.
Okay, well that's sort of implied probably with a lot of these. She goes to try to exploit the gun show loophole or something like that as she brings her wiener dog to the gun range.
Number 9 takes quite another turn, left or right depending on your orientation. Runways and High Heels and Murder.
Okay.
The next one, I could have you waterboarded. You would not guess this one. Plaid and 4 and Murder.
The number 4?
No, 4. This is a golf thing. I'm
assuming. Good God! Well, they have. Man, you got to pick it if you're doing golf cozy mysteries. That's got to be the 87 series books. It's got to be all golf. You can't just You can't be baking one day, golfing the next. You're gonna piss people off.
Now I'm gonna do. There's only I think 3 more, and I think if you guess this one, I'll just give you number 11 in the series: Whips and Spurs and Murder.
Oh, okay. Murder at the Dude Ranch.
If you could guess number 12, I will literally empty my bank account.
Okay.
And give you everything that I own.
Fursuits, nodding, and murder.
Very
takes place at Anthrocon.
Something borrowed, something blue, and murder.
Dear.
And the final one in the series, you referenced it earlier in this podcast: Pirate Gold and Murder.
Wow. All right.
So, anyway.
We might have our next collective novel here. Brother. Wow. I mean, it must be fun. It's freeing to just be like, yep, now I'm doing a pirate book. Next week, I will write my wedding murder. 2 days after that, I will delve into the world of murder aboard the International Space Station.
Right. And it's all done for you. I will note, however, that so Bed and Breakfast and Murder had over 2,000 ratings.
Oh, my God.
Chocolate Hearts and Murder is a measly 280 5-star rating.
Well, see, that's her lack of focus has driven people away.
That's right.
2,000 ratings. She has to have earned 5 figures from that book.
2,154 ratings.
It's just like it makes you question some things about your path.
It was our shorthand when I was in a creative group once of why do we try? Kitten on a Turntable has 800 million views. Why are we sitting here? Yeah, Bed and Breakfast and Murder can buy and sell your ass 1,000 times over.
So what's on the cover of Rope and a Tree and Murder? I mean, I have to imagine it's a tire swing or something. But...
Let me pull that up. These are I like the style of these. They're very stylized. It's sort of cartoony and bright colors and a little retro. Ropes and Trees and Murders. Let me click on that one. She's with a dog. I don't know the breeds. I'm not good at that. And she's in a rope swing.
Yeah, so maybe she went like zip lining or something.
It looks like she's just swinging on a tree, but she looks worried. She's looking down at her dog with a worried look.
All right.
She's got swirls of hair. She's cute as a button. She's like a little, like she's obviously in her early 20s solving mysteries on rope swings or whatever.
Oh yeah, here we go. Zip Lines and Murder. And the first review though says Zippity Doo Dah, which is not a song I want anywhere near.
Zip Lines and Murder?
Oh, a Zippity Doo Dah Zip Lines. Yeah, like you go and do in like the rainforest or something.
And that's an actual. You did not find Zip Lines and Murder.
Yeah, that's the third review. Thomas, top contributor from.
It's the review of Ropes and Trees.
Oh yeah,
and
sorry,
Murder.
No. There's not a subgenre of zipline cozy mysteries yet.
Here's that one is the 5-star review. It says great 6th book in the series. What the hell does that mean? I hope there are 20 more.
It's like how people are like, Empire Strikes Back is the greatest mid part of a trilogy of all time. She's saying that this is the greatest 6th book in a cozy mystery series of all time.
Wow.
She's gonna make her list. This author is living the life though. Her bio says that she lives happily on a Prince Edward Island, home to Anne of Green Gables. So she's taken the cozy mystery thing to heart.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think would cause someone to give it a 3-star review? Which is essentially like ripping half the pages out, throwing it on the ground, stamping it into the dust, and defecating on it. 3 stars.
I would say the protagonist didn't savor her morning tea enough.
That's a very good guess, but no. I assume the reason, and this is just a direct quote, and I disappointed not more Petunia. So, 3 stars, you son of a...
I'm guessing Petunia is probably the cat, the pug dog sidekick who I've seen on the cover. That brings me back to one more good review. It was just sort of the duality of cozy mystery reviews. This one had the top 1-star review, top 5-star review. Top 1-star review, great idea, poor execution. Top 5-star review, Mr. Crumbles for president. Mr. Crumbles, who I assume is this detective's dog or cat sidekick.
Wow.
So, people are forgiving. But let's get to what we chose to read.
Oh, that's right. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, right. We're not just dissecting the genre here. As fun as this has been. We tried to look for just one that, sort of underutilized. It was not necessarily poorly reviewed, but we thought it had promise to maybe bite a bit more off than they could chew, I would think.
Yes.
Because, a lot of these authors, a lot of these books, literally deal with murder. Like there is a dead body. There's a grieving family. There's a thirst for vengeance, I'm sure. A murder happening in a small, cozy community would rock it to its core.
There are human lives just devastated in the wake of the happenings,
right?
Around all these muffins and dogs,
yes, right.
And quilts.
And so, I fortunately never have had a personal tragedy, and I just don't imagine I'd handle it well. I would want justice. I would be. I'd be on TV like the Ronald Goldman's dad was, just demanding justice for OJ. I would want the FBI in. If someone was like, hey, the the owner of the local scone bakery wants to come and investigate, I'd be like, get her the hell out of here.
Yeah, head and hands, weeping in a chair. Like, what? Why? Yes. No, you get out of here. You go to hell.
Right. I might even Charles Bronson or Liam Neeson them as they walk in the door. I'd be on trial myself. And yet this genre thrives on that, even though as the Wikipedia said, the murders are usually off camera, but still there's a dead body. There's a loved one removed from the earth. But so here's a series we're going to read. I'm just going to read to you. We're not reading the first book in the series. I fear this might make us a little behind the 8 ball in terms of catching up.
It sounds like it from the reviews, but okay. That's all right. I think we can deal with this.
But so we're going to read the 7th book. I just want to set the stage for sort of what the protagonists, the mysteries they've been solving before. So this is a quilting mystery. Book 1. Someone breaks into, this is from their own descriptions. Someone breaks into the house of another guild member, rips apart an heirloom quilted skirt, and leaves the torn pieces behind. I mean,
wow.
Again, you don't need the FBI for that, so maybe let the Quilting Guild handle it. Book 2. Her best friend, Olivia, is missing. Zoe calls her mom and amateur sleuth, Miranda, to come to Boston and help them find her. So a missing person. The stakes are a bit higher.
Yeah, stakes are higher, yeah.
Book 3. Miranda, the town librarian and Quilting Guild member, has invited 2 rival quilters, each claiming to have the oldest quilt in Pennsylvania. Despite the rivalry, the show is a success. The quilts are on display. Prizes are given. Then someone sets off the sprinklers. And then the cash boxes are robbed as they're trying to save the quilts.
Stakes go lower in that one. Okay.
Here's book 5. Gabe Downing, her significant other, and her daughter Zoe are planning a surprise for Miranda's birthday. Now there's been a murder, and no one feels like celebrating.
Wow.
And then it keeps going. Laura Jenkins was a bitter, nasty woman who never did anything nice for anyone. But the town is still in shock.
Wow.
So, book 6, an abandoned baby girl has found at the library by Miranda's clairvoyant cat, Harry. So there's been a murder so far. But that brings us to our book. Book 7 in the series of the Miranda Hathaway adventure. The Quilters push back. Not even Cutler, Pennsylvania is immune from the serious drug epidemic spreading across the nation. When local kids start dying, Cutler Quilt Guild number 1 jumped into action. Yes.
Wow.
So we have a drug epidemic. There is if you look at the cover, there's a wedding cake, there's a cat, there's a calendar showing Valentine's Day on it. There's a thimble doing some knitting. and then there's a big stack of pills.
Wow.
So the opioid epidemic has come to the front porch of the Cutler Quilt Guild, and local children are dying.
Wow. It's like the year is 1932. It's the 100th anniversary of the Quilting Guild, and suddenly the Lindbergh baby disappears.
Yes.
Who can jump into?
Right. Yeah. There is a rash of anti-immigrant sentiment that suspects them. So there's been all sorts of firebombs and public beatings, and the Cutler Quilt Guild has stepped in to try to persuade people that it needs to not be so quick to rush to judgment.
He is labeled the Night Stalker. He terrorizes California.
It is. So all the other ones are pretty much like, Encyclopedia Brown mysteries. A missing cash box, a quilt has been turned to shreds. Yeah. But then if Encyclopedia Brown was called to solve a John Benet Ramsey or something.
Wow. Yeah. So we were very intrigued by the biting off more than she could chew. We'll see. I mean,
we'll see. Maybe it's handled with grace. There could be a deep sense of loss and the loss of humanity's innocence as a whole, type of thing. But so it's written. It has the only other book we've done with two authors was Shatlart, right? No, I'm sorry, Shatlart and Shadow Moon, Clucas.
Mm-hmm.
This book has three authors.
Mm-hmm.
So it's written by I believe they're all sisters: Mary Devlin Lynch, Debbie Devlin Zook, and Beth Devlin Kuhn. So get to work on that. What do you call them? The mashup names?
Portmanteau.
Get to work on that portmanteau, you jackals.
Yes.
And again, I'm sure they're all very nice people. They're about to get thousands of dollars in their bank account from us picking this book. But we're extremely excited to read it because it seems like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I wonder, because we just did a series of 70s shorts for riff tracks, and one of them was, one of those anti-pot ones, and they use the term that, it really takes you out of it when they say, blowing pot, which is, I don't think anyone has ever done. But when I was a kid, it's been much parodied, and everybody remembers this when they're trying to do an anti-drug thing, and then somebody comes on and starts warning you against, bennies, red screamers,
yes,
yellow jackets, funny men, stuff, just names that no one has ever called anything.
Right.
And you're like, I've never heard of that. What are you talking about? So I look forward to seeing how they handle the drugs.
Yeah.
What is the level of sort of technical expertise that will be going into the drug epidemic?
If they were just describing these ways of you just you cut it up, and then, the male users inject it directly into their sack. That's called, demon in the deacon. It's like, please, right. Miss Devlin Zook,
this three of you, please calm down.
Yeah, you get it under the fingernail of your left ring finger. That's got a surprisingly high rate of absorption.
Right, and then the whole arterial system starts to collapse around hour 6.
Right.
Intravenous.
Right.
Drug infusions are needed.
Right. Some people cut it with baby laxative to thin it out, but it actually provides a more emphatic high. So you seek that out if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Let's go, Quilters. This piece of shit ain't worth it.
Oh, it would be delightful. I think there's a meme about Ice-T, who's on one of those procedural shows, who's always like that. You're like, yeah. Yeah, the kids are doing it these days. They call it doing a lobster trap. It's where you steam it in a jar and then you inject it directly into your eyeball.
Right. Oh, I hope so.
Right. Or yeah, I mean, maybe the cat had a phase right out of college where he was sort of he was drifting and wasn't sure of his place in the world, so he's seen some shit.
Right. He's got those dead, hollow eyes.
Well, yeah. So it's available on Amazon. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it's free. Paper book was very reasonably priced at $9.99. The Kindle version, I think, was $2.99. I might have been $3.99. But very affordable, very readable. I feel good that these nice sisters are going to get the 372 bump. Maybe some more eyes on their books. And
the word count is not arduous either.
Oh yeah, you got the ebook. I have the paperback came yesterday. Very reasonable, very good type font.
Nice.
Point. But I think we might as well take it easy. We don't need to be doing Klein-esque episode length. So I looked. It's 150 pages. We'll do through chapter 10. That's the first 50 pages. Hopefully that gets to let's guess at the body count in the first 50 pages. How many kids are going to die?
Well, I guess if we had to guess, there's maybe 2. Mm-hmm. A cousin's son or something.
Okay, so under 2.5. Yeah, you're going under.
Yeah,
I'll go over. I think if you're claiming it's an epidemic, I got to say 3 at least.
But in the cozy verse, maybe epidemic is 2. I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe it's the drug that Friar Lawrence gave to Juliet, where they're not actually dead.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Oh,
very excited. All right, what's the title again? I don't have it in front of me.
The Quilters Push Back.
The Quilt.
So it's got that. It's sort of like Babysitter's Club type of title, or Bobbsey Twins mystery type of thing. So
the Quilters Push Back. No, it's 2 words, right?
Yeah, or maybe back is the name of the drug. The Quilters they've decided that there's more money in drugs than quilts, so they're pushing it on the corners to everyone. No one will suspect the kindly aunts and grandmas in the quilting guild.
Plant some back on them and let's get the hell out of here. I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope everyone is excited about this as we are. I think it's going to be a lot of fun reading a cozy mystery. So get a slice of cherry cheesecake. Pull up your grandmother's quilt that she knitted you, and
get a muffin, get a little bit of Chardonnay, and then get some ropes and swings and murder and pirate gold, whatever makes you cozy. Do that, and we'll enjoy this.
Yeah, and if you're reading it with your coziest setup, maybe we'll do a contest for that. Who has the coziest reading setup with your pets? Corgis, if you got one. Let's see the pics of your cozy mystery, cozy corner.
Can we call the cozy things you set up? Can we call them a rig?
Cozy rigs, yes.
Yes,
that is how it is. The best cozy rig will win a prize.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.